Hello, Internet. It's me, Clara, again. And just before we start, this is a spoiler warning for the His Dark Materials TV show, so don't say I didn't warn you. Let's just get right into it. Season 2. In Season 2, it starts off with her being stuck in a new world called the Chitagaze, where specters have invaded and killed all the adults, leaving only children. In this new world, she meets a boy from our world called Will Parry. Will escaped into a window to escape Carlo Boreal, a member of the Magisterium in Lyra's world and a collector of rare museum objects in Will's world. He has been chasing down the remaining family members of an explorer called Stanislas Grumman, and he was able to track the wife and son down who believe him to be dead. I mentioned Boreal here because he was such a good villain. Like, he would do everything to learn about what Mr. Grumman had discovered before Azrael had a chance to outwin him. Thing is, he has a thing for Marissa, but he knows he's in competition with Azrael in order to impress her enough to want to share her life with him. In the end, he puts Lyra in danger, which angers Marissa enough to kill him. Lyra and Will end up teaming up to survive life in this new strange world and the Spectre's attacks. The Aleathometer tells Lyra that Will is important. She has to help him find his dad, who was presumed dead. With Lyra's help and a lot of things going wrong or right depending on where you're viewing it from, Will becomes a new bearer of the subtle knife, a knife that has the ability to cut through anything with one edge and cut through the seams of space or universes with the other. In her search to learn more about dust, she travels to Will's world where she finds Mary Malone, a dark matter researcher, one of my top 3 favorite characters in this whole show. Maybe because I see myself in her or just want to be her. And Lyra helps Mary to be able to communicate with dust or shadow matter itself. Mary learns that this dust or shadow matter are angels, something she clearly wasn't expecting since she left a nunnery to pursue science. After Will and Lyra get the knife, they run into the witches who cross the window that Azrael had created to search for Lyra because of the prophecy. They all combine forces and to help Will heal from the cut he received from the knife and escape the specters that had started to attack the witches. We learn that the subtle knife keeps the specters away and Marissa can control the specters. A fight ensues between Marissa, the specters, and the witches. Liz Cosby, the balloon guy who had spent the whole second season searching for Mr. Grumman, finally meets him, but this time he goes by the name of John Parry, Will's dad, who is now a shaman who can control the weather. He's in search of the knife bearer. He wants him to join Lord Azrael's army in order to defeat this evil angel called the Authority, who wants to get rid of human free will from the worlds. Anyway, while the witches are fighting Marissa, Lee gets surrounded and is killed in battle. Joe Perry finally meets the knife bearer, meeting his son again after more than 11 years of being away. He passes on his message and the bittersweet reunion is cut short when John sacrifices himself to save his son. In the middle of the confusion, Marissa is able to track down Lyra and the season ends with her kidnapping her daughter.